Sasha again, and I am on E. I've been going through Hope, which is an introductory course just to kind of encourage you to have hope and to get you thinking about things that you can do or embrace or look at to kind of help you on your journey to hope. The scripture I'm going to start with today, we're going to be talking about a full course called Emerge that I've created, and it's basically healing from your past and stepping into your future. And it has a number of different components, but before I go into those components, I want to read the scripture which says, "Truly, truly, I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit." John 12:24. And so the Emerge course is a nonlinear framework. So it's not, like you need to do one thing after another. It's just some key things that I have worked with, I've done to kind of understand more that God has been amazing at leading me through this. I just recently got a therapist. So most of this is God saying, do this, go here, do that, and exposing me to this. And it's been amazing. Like I said in one of the sessions, I had started because I realized I had an overactive amygdala. And I was like, oh, wow, how do I handle that? And then from that, she said somatic experiencing. And then from that, I just started studying all these different things, learning how my brain works, how I can calm it down using the vagus nerve, learning the importance of doing that because Dr. Mate would say, a lot of times in our society, women are like they bear the burdens, like they are like the shock absorbers is what he says. And because of that, them trying to handle all the things and not getting it processed out, that's where a lot of sickness comes about. And I said, no. So we've got to learn this to do better because we deserve more. And so I've always had a passion for women's health and now mothers. But this is helpful for really everyone because it is the way God made our bodies. So it's amazing. So the framework is basically build your story to heal, grow, and transform into your purpose. And there's a number of different parts. It goes along with the word emerge. And so the first one is engaging messengers, learning, what your body's trying to tell you and using those things. Movement is another key component and why it's really important. Ease, which is where we talk about really resetting that nervous system, but going in depth about that. Reconnecting to God, because there's some separations that happen when we have childhood traumas that need to be re-looked at and fixed. Connections with ourselves that need to be handled, and connections with others. So reconnecting to our body, which is really key because a lot of times God made our body to where we should be able to know what to do and when to do, or what to do and when. But because of society, we're worried about what are they saying, or that people pleasing I mentioned before, we kind of stuff it down and we don't fully embrace what our body is trying to tell us. And so we want to be able to do that. That's key to our health and, safety, everything, being our authentic self. So we will look at reconnect, and then we'll also look at grief, because grief is not just about losing someone, but we deal a lot with different loss. It could be a loss of job, loss of, the way life used to be, loss of a house, or, whatever, or a loss of a loved one. And sometimes we just don't handle it right. We don't know how to handle it when it happens to us, and we don't know how to help others when it happens to them. And so there's some opportunity to do better. So I'm like, let's do it. Let's learn and let's do better. So we'll talk about that. And there's a great grief specialist that will highlight some of his work because that's how what helped me through. And then we'll also talk about the last one, which really talks about evaluating that evidence. A lot of times because our body is meant to look for the negative for survival and protection, or scanning for that negative, and then we build up, we believe a lie and then we scan for evidence and find evidence that supports that lie. And we are in a mess. But we can do the opposite. We can find the truth and scan and find support and evidence to support that truth. And there's a lot of stuff that it's really like, it's called memory consolidation. And so it's really like what the Bible talks about when renewing your mind, but it's like what's really going on in your head. I think it's so amazing how your brain can change, and God has already set all the mechanisms in place to handle that. So that's a little bit about the Emerge course, which is a full course. It is fairly long, but it's so worth it. And it is a self-paced course, so you can go through it as slow or as fast as you want, multiple times, as many as it'll be your course. So you can just go through it. Each one of the sessions will have a video like this. You get to talk with me. And then it'll have, just other resources and videos that are really important to kind of look at, take notes with, but also worksheets, handouts, because I am that kind of girl. Like, I love a good worksheet. So I added those in as well. And so just a little bit of the summary. I'm going to try to read this about Emerge, but I hope that you consider it because it's worth it. It's time that we take back what's been stolen, and it's time for some things to be redeemed and to see what God has in store for us going forward. So Emerge. The Emerge course is designed to provide a safe and supportive space for women to process and heal from the past. Through a combination of therapeutic techniques, self-reflection, exercises, and community support, participants will be guided on a path to heal, grow, and transform. This course aims to help women regain control of their lives, build resilience, and foster a positive outlook. The work is necessary. It's time to emerge. And I love it because it's a butterfly, because it reminds me of my grandmother and also the process of the butterfly becoming a butterfly and that emerging process. The Emerge course uses a nonlinear framework, which we mentioned, to combine a number of amazing resources and tools to process the past and discover meaning for the future. This process encourages and enables participants to become aware of their responses and adaptations so that they can be healed, so we can be all God has created us to be. So the Emerge course, you have the Emerge course material. You'll have an invitation together at the table, which is a kind of as a monthly online group where we can chat real time and just, encourage each other. And then also access to the virtual retreat Facebook group where we can post things in there and help encourage each other. So y'all, the work is necessary. It's so important. Your purpose depends on it. It depends on you healing, growing, and transforming into who God created you to be. And there's so much ease there, so much peace and rest. And so I'm for it. And so I hope you go on the journey with me. This has been amazing. I hope you have gained just a morsel of hope, because there is hope to be had. Like, there is so many great things that God is doing. Like I said, he's doing a new thing, and healing is part of it. Healing is part of his new thing. So be blessed. Don't give up. Stay close to God, because no matter where he has you, if you are close to God, that's the safest place you can be. And follow me. I have the retreat, which is inspirational online bookstore, and we do different things, like I mentioned, gather and different things like that. So you can follow me there and on Instagram. But the retreat website is theretreatllc.com, and I will see you later, hopefully. Be blessed, and just stay close to him, because that's the safest place to be.